Hey guys, it's just no one here, and yes, I'm back again in one single day with another video. Another pretty awesome video. So today we're gonna actually tame wild creatures. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty fucking cool. However, as always, I try to tell you guys whenever I encounter some issues with the mod. There is one issue that I'm having. I haven't quite figured out what's going on. If it's something I'm doing wrong, or if it's just a glitch with the mod. Cows, for some reason, of all things. It might be because maybe it's already a domesticated, you know, owned cow. Maybe that could be what's wrong, but I can do it to chickens and it's just fine. So, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure I did it to goats. I just couldn't do it to the cows. It just, for some reason, they would disappear, even though it would say they fully were tamed and everything and successfully tamed. I don't know what's going on there. Other than that, though, the only other thing I could think of that people probably want to know is, can you tame things like a mammoth? No, you cannot. They are too big. So unfortunately, you can't. But you can tame a lot of other cool creatures, besides cows and mammoths. That's like the least of the things I would think of. I mean, obviously a mammoth would be cool to ride around on, but the cow, eh. I think the only thing that they said the cow would really do is periodically it might give you milk. So, I don't know, it really depends if you want it. Technically, you can just use Hearthfire or the farming creation club, really, for those types of things anyways. This is more for the things, like, at least I feel like this is for the wild creatures, like taming your own wolf to have, or wolf for your, pet dog kind of like type thing. Taming saber cats and deers for your mounts, like some Elder Scrolls Online stuff, I guess I should say. And as well as just having a cool little system for your animals now, like you can actually level them up, and they have like a feeding system which basically keeps them at their, their best. And it's not as daunting as it might sound, although it does require them to have a decent bit of food for the actual taming process and for their actual like hunger. But once it's full, it lasts a while, so you're not constantly feeding them or anything like that. It's not as bad as survival mode, I'll say that much. Ah, speaking of which, you might have noticed in the corner if you're observant, but it just said my deer leveled up. So, that means there will be a dialogue that says, "Let me teach you a few tricks." It'll only pop up when an animal can level up. And if I want to know this animal's current like stats and level and everything right now, I go down to this new dialogue down here that says, "Show me how strong you are." Of course, it tells me it's a deer, and then its current level is 3. It can be trained up to level 4. And it just leveled up, so of course it's only 0%, it hasn't leveled up. But that is your percentage to how long it's going to be before they level up again. I like that. I like how it gives you a percentage and tells you, too. So you're not just literally waiting for the prompt up there. It has a damage. I don't know why it has a damage, but it does. It doesn't actually attack, and I'm not sure if they have an animation or not. They could very well have an animation. That's probably why Bethesda gave them a damage. But you won't have to worry about the damage with this mod because they're docile, they run away, and yeah, they're not going to be much of a use in a fight. They seem more like just a mount that you ride across, Skyrim 1, and maybe carry stuff like for you. Seems like that'd be a better thing for them than anything else. You see, yeah, they have a carry weight, which is 100. They have health, which is 100. The hunger resistance, sometimes they start out higher or lower, or just 0%, because they're in the middle. But the deer actually had 20%, and I just lowered it by a couple percent. Then you see experience gain. They actually start out with this too, which is the plus 50% for the deer. It's pretty high bonus, honestly. Seems like it levels up faster than my saber cat does. And it has a size. Now the size thing is pretty much how you know if an animal is going to be rideable or not, besides the actual "let me ride you" dialogue. Because I'm pretty sure 5 and up is the actual limit of what animals will let you ride them. The saber cat, believe it or not, is actually a 6. I guess because it's kind of thicker and meatier. But yeah, there's a that's a 6, and deer is a 5. But 5 and up is rideable. It also tells you if they're female or male, but I don't think it really matters. It's more or less just kind of a fun detail, I guess. Here's another thing. When I tamed a mud crab, because I was just kind of running around seeing what all I could tame, and it seemed like pretty much anything besides like, yeah, like a mammoth or whatever, and the cows disappearing and shit like that. But I seemed like I could do pretty much any creature as long as it was more or less an animal. I don't think it can do it to like things like trolls or anything like that. I think it has to be still within the kind of realm of animal. Even if it's kind of a bit fantasy, more creature side, still, if it's closer to an animal than it is just a straight up fucking monster, then you can probably tame it, I would say. But then again, I don't know. I could be wrong. If you find out you can tame trolls and shit too, go ahead and let me know, because that'd be pretty fucking cool. Even though we technically can already get that, but, you know, still. So alright, we pretty much went over that though. So you can also change their name. This works exactly like the horse name changing system. You just keep clicking it until you get a name that you like. You can also make them stay wherever you want. So whether it's at an actual vanilla like Hearthfire home, or even if you have like a camping mod or you know, another home mod, you'll be able to like make them stay in that area. So you'll always be able to make them stay in your homes and send them at your homes without even having to have another mod, you know, send them there. They can of course carry stuff. You can give them food, as it says right below their name there, which the Beast Tamer's part is actually, that's my character's name. I just named him Beast Tamer. And then the Ray Dun is the random name kind of choice. And then the well-fed, it'll of course tell you like well-fed, satisfied, peckish, pretty much the same as your survival settings would like kind of tell you. You can tell them to do things, kind of like your followers, tell them to wait. You can let them ride. And then, yeah, the let me teach you a few tricks is how you level them up. They do a little sit-down animation for this. And as you can see here, I have access to their carry weight, their health, and their hunger resistance. I already did the hunger resistance, so let's go ahead and add the carry weight. Alright, so it bumped it up from 100 carry weight to 102. Not a lot, but I guess they are low level, so there's a lot we have to increase. So now they're level 3 to 4, and it's asking right now, you hit and train. Basically, you're just confirming that you're okay with that, you know, change. And of course that option will go away after you used it. It only pops up whenever they have a level up. Oh, I had to stand up. It's pretty glitchy getting on sometimes. But it always looks fairly nice whenever they're actually riding. So, I mean, I feel like it's okay. I understand it's probably going to be a little buggy. So something else that's interesting is animals kind of have, I don't know, like kind of like a class system. Like you're going to use one animal for a particular type of thing and another animal for a particular type of thing. Like obviously the deer can't fight, so you're not using it as fighting. It's faster than the saber cat and actually has a much better sprint, I feel, than the saber cat does. However, it doesn't have a great turning. Like this is literally the deer. Why is it doing that? What was that? That was weird. But yeah, the deer has a very long arcing turn. Like that's literally how far it goes for me to turn around. Pretty hard to turn. But I think it's mainly for like crossing, you know, long travels. That kind of thing. Maybe carrying your stuff. But of course my saber cat is more like a protector, and it walks around beating everything's ass for me. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. He's just... I think it's actually a she as well. They also have a level up, so let's go ahead and get in there. I'll show you kind of what I mean. Like there's a difference. See, I don't have the same kind of access as I do. Like I have the damage access instead of the carry weight access. And I don't even have, I don't have access to carry weight here. So this creature is particularly going to be used for fighting, while the other one would be more for a carrying. I also feel like, yeah, the deer would be better for long distance traveling. Increase the damage. Mainly because this is slower, but it does actually have a faster turning than the deer. So it's like they have different kind of mobilities and, you know, different attributes you can use on them. So like it's like each animal kind of has a more of a style, or maybe not each animal, but you know what I mean. Your docile animals and your predator animals have more of a difference in how they're utilized. See, it's not as fast, and it doesn't have, I feel like, as good as a sprint. Barely makes a difference. But the turning, like, way better than the deer. Way quicker response than the deer. So, while it might be slower, it's a bit more agile, I guess. So that's just something else. Even the movement can be a little bit different for your animals that you can ride. So to access this, you're actually going to need to level up your speech skill quite a bit. If you want full access to all your abilities anyways. Then you can have your animal taming, which is a very low requirement at 10, so you definitely should be able to get this pretty early. It's just a matter of getting your perk points and getting through that first one here, and you'll already be able to tame animals. And it will tell you here, yeah, you're able to tame animals. Aggressive animals must be reduced to 25% health first. So yeah, it's kind of like Ark, guys. Like, if you played Ark, at least for the aggressive animals, you gotta walk up, beat the shit out of them, and then force feed them a bunch of food in order to make them your friend and to ride them and, you know, fight shit for you and carry stuff. Yeah, it's practically like Ark. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like how they implemented it in Skyrim. This is pretty cool, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, for aggressive animals, you're gonna have to beat the shit out of them a little bit and try not to kill them by accident or anything. And then, yeah, force feed them, and you'll be good. You'll be able to have your aggressive animals too. That's how that works. Docile animals, you just gotta be able to reach them, because I mean, most of the time those motherfuckers are running away from you. Like the deer is actually pretty hard to get. If they don't run into a wall or rock or something, then you're basically fucked trying to chase them across the fucking, you know, plains and shit. It was a bit of an annoying, like, task, but I got it. He managed to run into a rock and I got his ass. But the saber cat was actually more of just a situation of, I was in the middle of getting jumped by a bunch of saber cats, and then I finally killed them all except for the one and lowered his health low enough to where he started running away, which, much like Ark, is a good sign that they're about to be, you know, knocked out and tamed. In this case, they're just going to be tameable. And you just run up, grab them, you know, press your X button, like activate them, and it brings up your menu, which I'll show you how that works too. We'll tame an animal. You just get through this perk thing here. But yeah, that is how you get the whole animal taming to start working in the first place. It's going to be immediately popping up here, like when your speech skill, so you can see if the mod's working at all right away. You know, if it doesn't pop up here, then clearly it's not working at all. But you'll notice this whole little side over here is now new perks that you can use that are purely for your animals. So after you get animal taming, which is very low requirement, you will have to go up a little bit in your speech to 50 in order to be able to gain the ability to ride animals, and it tells you here, size 5 and up. And I don't know how high it's really going to go. I feel like it's around 7 or 8. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other animals I could even ride, because I already know I can't ride the wolves. Deers, saber cats, I mean, I could probably ride a cow if I could actually fucking tame one. For some reason it won't work. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else you could ride, especially what would be considered bigger. But that's how you get the animal riding. And then at 80, this is the last one you have, you'll be able to increase the total size limit of your tamed animals by 1, which I'm pretty for sure that just means that, yeah, now you can have 2 animals instead of just 1. And enabling you to tame more and bigger animals. And that might be also, I could be wrong though, maybe it's actually the size limit, like, maybe instead of the 5 you can do 6 now or something. I don't know. Like I said, I have all the perks and I haven't been able to tame like a mammoth. The cows don't work for some reason for me, and the saber cat and seems to be the biggest after a 5. I mean, I don't know if there's a 7 or 8 or anything like that, but I just can't think of what else would be bigger that I could ride, or even what would be bigger than them. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I for some reason can't think of a bigger animal in Skyrim. While also being smaller than a mammoth too. I don't know. But yeah, this is the requirements, this is the skill tree, and these are the perks and how that's going to work. It's not going to actually allow you to do anything until you get these perks, guys, so make sure you actually focus on your speech skill. So that'll be how you access the actual ability to do things. Now I'm going to actually show you guys how to... I'm going to get rid of the deer. So a lot of your options are going to be the same, like your carrying, your weight, and your do something for me. It's just like your regular followers. But it's time for us to part ways will permanently get rid of your animal. They would disappear right before your eyes. Forever. So yeah, definitely want to try to stay away from that unless you truly are ready to give up one of your animals. Because you can only have 2 at a time, and whenever you get rid of them, they're gone. Just like that. We still got a saber cat though. So I'm gonna find another animal to tame and show you guys how this kind of looks in action. It's gonna be, again, the same either way, just with the feeding and the activation. It's just a matter of whether or not it's an aggressive or docile. Docile, you just gotta manage to catch up to them and hit X. Aggressive, you gotta beat the shit out of them a little bit till they're about to die, then walk up to them and hit X on them. But ultimately it's the same after that. I'm just gotta find something to tame. And also, here's another thing I forgot to mention. So for your aggressive animals, they have an option that's special to them. It says, I need you to stay out of my fights. Because that's exactly what we're going to need him to do, or her to do, I think. Yeah, they're both female apparently. So yeah, now she'll stay out of my fights. Now I can also say I need you to fight with me to get her back to being, aggressive. So that's something special to the aggressive animals in the options. And like I said, we're gonna need that. It's kind of like telling, again, I'm comparing it to Ark a lot because it's just what it reminds me of. But again, much like Ark, you actually want to consider telling your animals, hey, chill out, don't fucking attack anything that I'm attacking because I'm trying to tame it. And don't worry about your animals dying because they actually have a really high healing rate, to be honest. But even if they get one-shotted, they don't die. They have like an unconscious kind of like state, or like how the NPCs go to one knee and they can't be killed. They have protected status, basically. I'm not even sure if we can kill him. I haven't tried it, so I probably wouldn't test that, but yeah, you can at least do that. Fuck it, I seen a deer over here, so I'm gonna go get that deer. Maybe. Where'd he go? Like I said, sometimes it's hard to catch these bastards. Oh. I want the big corn one. I want the majestic one. Come here. Yeah! Over there. Oh, okay. That was a little fast. I was tapping it. But that's okay. Now you know you can pretty much just rapidly tap it and it's gonna work, more or less. So now you can see I got ingredients, food, all kinds of stuff I can feed him here. That's why I was picking some of those flowers here too. Even though these do not feed them as much. I mean, I gave them a lot there, but normally if you give them one like flower, it's not gonna feed them very much. And it gives you a little percentage. I don't know how well you can see it popping up there. Okay, I gave them way more than enough there, guys. Way more. They only need to reach 100%. If your chance is 100% to tame this animal, then you will be able to tame them. If you go any less than 100%, you might not get it. It's just 100% seems to be a pretty good guarantee that you're going to tame them. But you can go higher for some reason. I think it's just, kind of an oversight maybe. I don't know. By the way, there we go. They usually start out peckish when you first name them. Oh shit. Do that, but okay. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you might want to be careful. Like, your kill animations might even get in the way of you trying to tame an animal. You might not be trying to kill it, but your kill animation's like, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna take control and kill it for you anyways. So maybe consider like using your fist or something if you're beating an animal. Again, it's starting to sound like Ark. Oh my god. More and more I talk about this mod, I keep thinking of the comparisons to Ark. I need to feed you. It also gives you their hunger up there, and eventually I think it even will, like, okay, yeah. See, it'll eventually give you a prompt telling you, you know, they're no longer hungry. They're well fed. Tip-top shape. Let me ride. Oh yeah, you can't have your weapon out too whenever you try to ride them, but it tells you that there in the corner. That was almost a fairly smooth animation, not gonna lie. It kind of went a little glitchy at the end there. Now we're riding along on our majestic elk. This is like an elk, right? See, like, yeah, I made the saber cat eat my dust. It's way faster. But again, that turning though, like, that is so bad. I love how you can still fight too. Like, I mean, this is another reason why I'd say this isn't even a good combat mount. I can't turn. Like, I can't turn around to the fucking wolf. If I was on the saber cat, this would be perfect. This, like, it's a fucking war mount. But nah. This is not a war mount. This is just like a traveling mount. Which is fine. I like how they have kind of like their own speciality. Go ahead and show you the name changer. So you sure want to give this animal a random name? Yes, name. And see, now it says Beast Tamer's Ajar? I don't know. I don't know how you know how to say the names. Again, you just click it again and it'll give you a different random name if you didn't like that one or whatever. Oh, he's stuck. Sometimes I don't really know why. Sometimes it scares me. I know she makes that noise too. Oh, well, fuck it. I guess I'll give you an example here of what the mud crab does. These mud crabs are actually kind of fucking me up, but not gonna lie. Okay, maybe not now. Maybe because I'm leveling up a bit more. It's pretty cool. This is a pretty big mud crab. Alright. So yeah, as you've seen here, I got his health low, and then I walked up and I just pressed X on him. And this is the menu that would pop up whenever you tame them. If you don't click too fast, you'll be able to see it. And I just realized here, yeah, there's activate. I might try that on the cow before I try taming it, and I'll see if that fixes it. But right now we're just going to tame this real quick. So we hit animal taming feed. He apparently said, fuck are you? I don't know if that's a thing. But he did not seem to give a shit. You don't care. We're gonna do it. I don't know why he's not. Wait. Oh wait, I know why. I didn't get rid of my deer, did I? Yeah, I didn't get rid of the deer. Damn! The mud crab whooped my fucking saber cat's ass. Holy shit. Alright, I know it's wrong. It's the damn deer over here. Dude, mud crabs are fucking relentless. Okay? They're relentless. They do not stop coming for you. I'm sure everyone knows that. You know how when you be in town and yet you have your HUD telling you there's a mud crab trying to fucking chase you into town and kill you. Look at it. Crazy son of a bitch over there. Fucking absolute mad lad hunting down a person way bigger than him. Already almost killed his ass and he's still like, I'll kill you. You see. Where'd my animals go? They're just all gone now. Oh, well, there's one. Where the hell's the deer? Son of a bitch. Where the hell did the deer go? There's the deer. Alright. Took them a little bit, but they showed up. Alright, I'm gonna tell this deer to go away. Because you might be hard to see because it's really small for some reason. But whenever you do try to tame another animal when you already have your maximum of 2, I think in the little text up there is trying to tell you is you have too many animals. You need to get rid of one. So, we'll have to get rid of that one. And then if we can find our mud crab friend, I'll be able to tame them. And then I could show you, again, I'm not sure if this is actually intentional or if it is a glitch or something. But the mud crabs actually get smaller? At least one of them did for me for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, he's already like ready to fucking throw hands. Throw claws with me. Alright. I'm gonna feed him some of his own kind. Yes. Eat up. Cannibalism. Eat some fish. Okay, that was probably way more than I needed. Oh wait, no, I might need one more. Okay. See what I mean? Okay, I don't know what's up with that. Why they get smaller? Well, fuck, I can eat. Oh, I can give him a honey nut treat. See, that's what I mean. Like, some desserts also will show up for certain creatures, and I don't know why. But either way, I guess, you know, crabs like honey nut treat, so I can give him some of that. It also seems like you can give him, like, cooked or raw food, too. It doesn't seem to matter as long as you just give them food. And it's the right kind of food that they eat, which it pops up only the kind of food they can eat. So if it doesn't pop up any food, well, you got nothing that they want to eat. I don't know why they get smaller. That might be kind of shitty because you were expecting to have this big ass mud crab. Instead you get that, but at least I gave you a heads up. Now, I don't know where to find a wild cow at, so I'm just gonna show you basically what happens whenever you try to get a domesticated cow, at least why it disappears or how it disappears. I don't know. Oh, I gotta actually get up first. Wow, this is just so fucking cool. I mean, we're riding across SKYRIM. I mean, first we were flying across SKYRIM. Now we have the ability to ride animals like fucking saber cats across SKYRIM. Which reminds me of Elder Scrolls 9 and stuff, how you could have cooler mounts. I guess you could get that like reindeer mount. I guess. Yeah, I have that. But this allows you to tame any one you want. Maybe you didn't want that particular one, you know? You wanted one of the other deer types. Oh shit! Okay, I wasn't expecting. Oh. Yeah. What happens if it actually kills my creature? This is what I mean. This is like a lot easier to. Well, now as soon as I say that. But it was a lot easier to hit than the fucking deer, mainly because it was impossible. Oh shit. I should have tamed it too, then just walked in a fucking white run of 2 saber cats. Alright, so here's a cow, and I'll show you what happens here. I'll press this activate button just in case maybe that helps it. Because I don't really know what I'm activating even. The cow? I mean, you guys see me press the activate button, we'll see if this makes a difference and it doesn't disappear on me. That might have been enough? Might have not been. Nope. Okay, well that's definitely enough. More than enough. This cow has been successfully tamed, but where? How? I don't understand. Where'd it go? That's the problem. Like I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, or why the cow specifically so far seems to be the only one that does not work. But like I said, the cow, I don't know. Do you really need the cow though? There's other mods and stuff you could get to get a cow. You don't really need this, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, the only thing it really did was I think it would randomly generate milk in its inventory.
Applestein, Greymane, and I were best friends as children.
Really the only special thing that the cow would do. I don't think it was particularly going to be any more useful than maybe like a deer or something would be, you know? So, and probably actually slower and everything, I'd say too. I'd be surprised otherwise. Not really a big deal just losing out on a cow. And some people might be disappointed they can't ride a mammoth. But still, I'll settle for riding a saber cat. And you could probably do this with bears. Actually, this video's not over yet. We're gonna go find a fucking bear. Alright. Think. Where's a bear? I know would be really good. I think Green Spring. I'm sure there's somewhere around this area that I could run into a bear, like a little cave or something. If I'm thinking correctly. Yep, okay, yep. Holy shit. Oh, that was way good of a guess than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to get rid of our saber cat, since I did warn y'all that the cow not only disappears, but due to it disappearing, and still apparently being tamed somehow, somewhere, it counts as a slot. I don't know where the cow is going. I kind of have a theory that maybe if I have a house, it might go there, but I really don't know, honestly. It could just be glitched out. But I'm going to get rid of this one so I have an open slot. And I'm going to go find a bear. Which I'm pretty sure I know where one is. We're going to go here. We're going to try to defeat the bear enough to tame it. And we'll see if we can ride it. I also am curious what kind of size it's going to be. I feel like it should be bigger than the saber cat, so maybe it's the 7 size? I wonder how far the sizes are going to really go. Bear. Oh, what the fuck? You were about to go after it. You see me from clear over there? How? Bro, what the fuck? No, I don't like that. Look away. You still see me. What the hell is it doing? Okay, a little weird. I'm going to get this wolf out of the way. Oh, he killed the fox. Does the bear not care about the wolf? I better not get this out on the waste. I already know it works for the wolves though. Yeah, you always want to remember to actually make sure you get the 100% because it doesn't save your percentage like if you exit out or if you don't give them enough food. Like yeah, if you don't give them enough food and you exit out, you'll hit the 100%. It will lose all your percentage and you'll also still lose all your food. So you want to make sure you have enough food on hand and you feed them enough food before you actually leave them. Bear doesn't have sure as hell does for me! What the fuck? I think this is definitely gotta be a little kill animation. Some horse. Some beef. Some more beef. Some salmon steak. Some more. Oh, there we go. Whoa, it's like a stain. Whoa, okay, I don't know if you guys seen that, but for a split second, he was like T-posing and he looked almost like a werebear or something. Like, I don't know. That was kind of creepy. Let me ride you. Pause. But alright, you see he's Cave Bear, level 12, damage 30, carry weight 50. What the fuck? Health 150, hunger resistance negative 10%, experience gain plus 0. And it's a size 6. What? And again, it's female. What the fuck? There's a lot of female ones. Again, that's starting to sound like art. Alright, so I can, of course, tell him to stay out of my fights. I don't think I have any... I do have 50-50. I thought that's going to satisfy it, but... Okay, I did satisfy it. Let's go ahead and ride him, since we've seen how strong they are. Oh, I gotta put my weapon away. There. Now, let's ride. It always amazes me how well they actually kind of fit on these other animals. Like, it's actually pretty well. Wow, this isn't even sprinting already. The bear's pretty fast. How fast to sprint? Okay, that's the sprint. I mean, he's fairly fast. And he's got, yeah, wow, yeah. He's faster than the saber cat, and he's got just pretty much the same turning. Maybe a slightly less turning, but it's still pretty fast. Still really good to be like a war mount. Like imagine, yeah, I'm a fucking Nord riding in on a bear. This is the most Nord thing ever right now. I'm having too much fun with this. Alright. So, that's pretty much the gist of the video, I'd say. So let's go ahead and pop into the menu. So here it is. Theory. Animal Taming of Skyrim. This mod will always show up at the top or right below your top mod. Like if you have the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch, yes, that will be right below it. And if you try to move it, it will always go back. It's not a bug. It's where it's supposed to go. Leave it there. So, it gives you a bit more of a rundown of what all kind of things are happening here, how it works. But I basically showed you it in action. It's really simple. So yeah, it allows you to tame, feed, and train animals, both aggressive and docile. Supports 34 different animal species. So there's 34 different creatures we can obtain. I only did a few to see if this worked really at all and how well it worked. I don't even know how, like 34 different ones. Mammoths don't seem to be on the list, so what are the 34 different animals? Like, I don't even know, really. I wish they kind of gave a list, honestly, to tell you. So basically, just play around with that. Go out and try to discover what animals you can tame, guys. I'm curious. I'm probably going to do the same, at least at some point. Individual adjustments per animal species to improve balance. See, I think that's what I was noticing. Is like, you know, there's some differences between the creatures to give them some, you know, niche uses. Perk tree integration for vanilla, ordinator, Valkyrie, and adamant. Which, yeah, I think that's just saying it's gonna kinda work with perk trees, mods, because this does obviously make perk trees in your mod. Oh, oh my god, this makes you have, you know, new perks in your tree. So you're just gonna kind of conflict. Most of the time it would conflict with other mods. I guess this might not. I can't confirm that one, so don't hold me to that. You feed your animals to keep them in fighting shape, so that's like I was saying, you do want to keep them, you know, well fed and satisfied. You level them up and train them, which is where I showed you we can increase their damage and stuff like that. And injected logs that add new animals can be easily updated to support Fury. Okay, I think that's basically saying maybe if you have another mod or some kind of mod basically might add a different animal and you might still be able to do it. Maybe is what that's saying. This mod is flagged for ESL and does not take up a precious mod slot in your load order. I don't even know. I didn't actually look at that, so I don't know about that either. I don't know if it actually counts as a slot in your load order. I thought it did. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, how to tame. You need the animal taming perk in your speech perk tree. I showed you guys that. And you have to activate an animal and it'll bring up excuse me. It'll bring up the menu for the animal taming feed. I showed you guys that. I told you how different animals, like, you know, predator animals are going to want proteins, while more docile creatures are probably going to want, you know, plants and vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. And how you have to actually damage aggressive animals pretty low to where, like, they're almost kind of dead in order to be able to tame them. And how it kind of adds this size mechanic kind of thing, which it doesn't actually change it, the sizes or anything, it's just they have a size thing to know what animals you can ride or not, I guess, and just kind of like a category to put them in, I guess. If you tame an animal that exceeds the size limit, the taming attempt will fail, freeing an animal to tame an additional animal, which I already showed you guys that you can have 2 animals. And apparently if you tame one that exceeds the size limit, it'll fail. I don't know why it fails for the cows, though, because tamed animals will follow you carrying chickens. Let's see here, I'm looking for the thing I read earlier. So some tamed animals also have their unique abilities. For example, cows periodically generate milk in their inventory. I kept mentioning that because I seen that, and that was like the only thing that I was wanting to see if it happened or not. But it doesn't appear to happen, because the cow doesn't even fucking tame. But they mention cows and say this, like cows can be tamed, so I don't know. And the cow does say it was successfully tamed, yet the cow disappears. I don't understand. I don't know why the cow disappears. Basically, it's telling you the options here, though. That's more or less what I can see here. And I already told you your animals cannot be killed, so yeah, they're safe and protected. Tamed animals become hungry at a rate of 1% per game hour, or 0.33% when waiting. They will not die of starvation, but they will become weaker. A well-fed animal will be stronger. Hunger has the following effects: attack speed, movement speed, and experience gain. Huh, okay. Wow. I didn't read that before, shit. Well, just now yeah, you know how the hunger affects them. Apparently it gives them a lot more of a boost. Tamed animals only eat food appropriate to the species. More nutritious food reduces hunger more. Yeah, I think I pretty much told you guys all about that. Experience. Tamed animals automatically gain experience toward the next level at a rate of 100/1 plus level percent every hour of play. Once it reaches 100%, the animal can be trained to level up. The training allows you to choose one stat to upgrade from damage, carrying capacity, health, and hunger resistance. Not all animals have access to all stats. You also gain experience from public speaking. I don't know what it means by public speaking, but okay. So yeah, and I already showed you guys how different animals have kind of different access to stats. They don't all utilize the same ones. I told you about how you can name animals and how you just gotta keep clicking it and it'll keep picking a random name, and you just gotta keep doing it until you find a name that you're satisfied with. And I already told you about the riding limit too. And I guess they do have a reproduction idea planned in the next update, if they ever get around to it. But I hope they fix the cow issue, or if they watch this video or somebody has played this mod and knows what's wrong, please tell me. Please tell me down in the comments, because I just don't understand. It's not the end of the world, though. I still feel like this is a good mod, even without the cows, but it was just kind of odd. I don't know what's wrong. But yep, I feel like that's enough for this video. With that, guys, bye.